little muddy patch. So it's Valentine's Day. Deb's working. She said, why didn't you go out for a walk? So I thought, yeah, well, I'll go out for a walk. So a few days ago I saw a walk that a gentleman by the name of Martin Whittaker, came on around the area I'm in at the moment. So I'm on Mynydiltyd Common. I just parked up at the visitor centre and just been eating a pasty. So anyway, parked up at the visitor centre, and it's my idea to walk over to a trig point a couple of miles to my right. It's a route that I've done probably about 20 years ago. The trig point is called Cefn Llechid, I think, something like that. So the walk starts from the visitor centre, across the common towards the main peaks of the beacons, but before then cuts right over towards the pond, if you know the common, across the road there, down a bridleway, country lane for a mile or so, and then a bridleway up to the trig point, and then you do a circular walk, or you should say you turn around, you go off a different route down to Cefn Llechid, I think it is, past a couple of waterfalls from memory, and then you join up the path that you were on originally before coming back to the pond and back across the common. How far I'll get I don't know, but we'll see. But anyway, what I was going to say was I got a Merthyr in the car and it started to rain. It's actually picking with rain now, but then about a mile up the road it really started to hammer down, and I rang Deb. I said it's raining, so she checked the forecast. She said it's forecast for 2 degrees, rain at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock 50%, but she said it feels like -6, and she's not wrong. It's absolutely Baltic. I got my gloves in my hand, so I'm just going to do this piece to camera. I'll turn the camera around in a second and I'll show you where I'm walking, and then put my gloves on. So it's very muddy. This is a track that goes over. This is Cefn Llechid up here, which I've been to many times, one of my favourite mountains. This time last year I was up there just the end of January. But this is the common, Mynydiltyd Common area. So the visitor centre's over there, about a quarter of a mile. So I'm going to walk on this track, I'm going to follow this for a while, and then I'm heading towards those trees in the distance down, and my trig point is possibly up there in the far distance. Right, I need to put my gloves on because my hands are going to turn blue any second. I'll catch you up when I get a chance. So I'm just walking past Cefn Llechid Ponds. Never know if it's Cefn Llechid or Cefn Llechid. Cefn Llechid, I think it is. Which is a nice little easy side of the road shot up, looking up towards the beacons, which are that way, and normally you can see them, but it's clagged in up on the top today. So as I was coming up, I had a glance of them coming up the A470 And oh, there's a nice little bit of wildlife, heron on the water. Disturbed him. There you go. Yeah, so you could see that from about 2,000 feet up there's snow on the tops there. So it'll be very busy up there today, even in weather like this, because Penvan is popular and it's Friday. So hopefully I won't see many people on this walk today. Yeah, nice pond, nice reflections. Also, what I was going to say about Mynydd Hiltyd, the common behind me, is that in the summer it's somewhere you can come in the car, just sit on the side of the road, pull in at the side of the road. Like there's a road that runs to Brecon. You can get to Brecon Visitor Centre this way, down there about a mile or so, turn right, or you can carry on and end up in Brecon. But this particular road is actually San Helen, the Roman road that goes from Brecon to I don't know how far down. It certainly goes as far as Ystrad Gunlais, through the centre part of towards now past Fan Ffranac. Fan Ffranac is up here now to my left. That is Fannedd in front of me in the distance, but San Helen would go through here past Fan Llia towards Fan Gwrag and down towards certainly Henryd Falls, I think it is. Where it goes after that I'm not totally sure, but there's an earthworks up there to my right. The name of it escapes me. So there's the pond down there. But just opposite there were some gorse bushes, but it's not signed as a footpath. But I got my OS mapping out and found the track that goes between two fields. So there's the earthworks I was talking about there in the distance. So I'm going to go down this, I think it's the bridleway, although it's normally tuned up more than this if there was horses on you. And to be honest, it's quite dry at the moment. Oh, I do like a fallen tree, but I don't like a barbed wire fence behind it. So I'm going to take a shot. I don't know if I will actually get the camera out of the bag today or not. I'll tell you what I will have to do soon though. I have to take this down jacket off because it's a bit damp in the air, but it's boiling hot. Well, I'm boiling hot. I put my waterproof jacket on, which is not so. I got a couple of layers and I got a t-shirt and a mid layer and a thinner jacket on over the top of this down jacket, underneath this down jacket. So yeah, so we come up to a gate here. I can see there's a marker post on it. There's a tree beyond the marker post on the right, which looks quite inviting. Stood up there on its own. It could make a black and white. I think I will stop, take a shot of it and change my jacket to plus I might just go with my orange jacket for now, and then if it rains I'll put my waterproof coat on. But let's see how it goes. Right, through the fence I go. Can you see that tree up there I'm talking about? Yeah, what do you think? Is it worth a shot? things that happened to me last year was for Christmas Deb bought me a lovely walking stick, and I used it quite a few times. I'll show you a picture of it now. But somewhere, I think in October, and I don't quite know where, I went out with it and lost it. I think I was walking from Crayres up over to Fangureg and down to Penalt with my lad Jonathan, and I didn't take a camera. Did I take a camera? I think I did, but I had the walking stick with me as well, and I think that's the last time I can remember actually using it. And I think what happened, we had two cars. Well, we left my car at Penalt, and then my daughter-in-law took us up to the starting point, and we did a linear walk, and then we drove from Penalt to Quarries. And I think when we got there, I must have changed and put the stick on a wall and just drove off. So since then I've been looking for a new stick, a walking stick, and I bought one last week from the same gentleman who lives actually not far from where I am at the moment. But it's not the same. But in between that also I've been watching, let me take my glasses off because I'm steaming up. I've been watching people making walking sticks. I haven't got the capabilities to do that, but a friend of mine, Lee, who I go out with, is very handy like that, and I've suggested to him perhaps we go out for a walk one day. Let me wipe the lens. Go out for a walk with him one day, pick up some sticks and put them to dry, because you have to season them for a year, and then perhaps he can make me a stick. And the stick I have is a thumb stick. I've just come past down this lane just after Manadilted Common, and I noticed this tree here. It's obviously been coppiced, because you can tell, but there's a stick here which is about the size that I want, and as I follow it up, and if I what I might actually do, if I put this on extended and show you that up here, that could be a thumbstick. That could actually be a thumbstick coming down. So and it's the stick is fairly straight. So I will be coming back to this area, so I might bring a little saw, chop it down, and if it's not totally straight, there is a way to actually straighten them. So yeah, so that's what one of the things I want to do is to find a stick to make my own walking stick. See how it goes. Anyway, on with the walk. I'm walking down this lane for a little way, and then I'll come on to a country road, and I'll be walking. Excuse me, put my glasses back on, see where I'm going. I'll be going on to a country road and walking until I find another bridleway, which should hopefully, if I remember rightly, take me straight up to Cefn Llechid. No. I'm going up onto there, and my route is up on the bridleway there. So I think I'll be coming down. I can see a lane down there. I'm working my way up the road, and getting onto the bridleway. Fingers crossed. I have to put you down because good job it's not flooding on this whole bridleway, because it would be treacherous coming down here. It's pretty bad now. Whoops. There, see? Oh, I've been walking up this lane for a couple of minutes, and it's straight up. I come from up there, and come down through there, around and into the valley. Oh, I'm so unfit. So no walking and talking. I think I come up to a farm on the left hand side, put another quarter mile up, and then turn right up to the trig point. Oh, it's not far to go up round the corner, but it feels like an age. So that was a bit further than I thought. Oh, loads of kites up here. So I think this is the path, but it looks different to what I remember it being. So let's see where it goes. So after going off piste, three different fields, it said that I was right next to the path, but I wasn't. I've never seen so many kites apart from in a feeding station in my life. There's 8 or 9 above me. I'm above the Venog, so I don't actually know whether there's a feeding station there. There's one to my right here, there's one there, 2 there. So anyway, I'm going to be on the trig point in about 10 minutes. With a look at that. Oh, there's a kite to my left, just coming off the ground there. Ooh. I can see a fence that I can, a stile that I can climb over. If I remember rightly, when I came here before, there was a pond just close to the trig point. So whether this is this trig point, this pond here, there's a pond here. Just looks like reeds at the moment. But I feel I'm on the path now. Although where it's come from down that way, I'm not quite sure. So I've come from over there. I'm going to get to the trig point and I'll drink a tea once I've climbed over this fence. I can't climb over by there, so I'm hoping that in the corner of the field there's a fence to walk through. There's a footpath sign there, so I'm back on it now. How I got off it, I don't know, because I had OS map open and it more or less said that the path was to the right. I walked about 200 yards, looked, and obviously it hadn't recalibrated or something. Oh, come to the corner of the field and it's barbed wire and nowhere over. So I'm gonna have to hoof this and hope that I don't get my knackers caught. So here we are. This is where I should have come from, down there. Right, here we go. Job that I wasn't filming the. I didn't go on my arse, but I nearly did. Right, let's go find this trig point. So, I climbed up the hill that I thought it was on, and it's on the next bloody hill. So, I climbed up here for nothing. I gotta go down along the path. What is that? Heron? And then up to the trig. So up, back down, and back up. And you wouldn't believe I have been here before. Oh. You have to walk this way because it's all bracken on the downward slope. Oh.